Hello and welcome back to another Member Minute. This is a time when we have an opportunity to get to know one of our Rotarian members. And today we're going to be talking with Judd Marking. And Judd, I'm wondering if you would just introduce yourself and tell us what you do and how long you've been living in the area.
I'm Judd Marking. My nickname is Judd, but I'm really George. And I was a family doc, and I was at the Austin Regional Clinic since 1982 and retired in 2015 completely, though I was semi-retired for 3-4 days before, 3-4 years before that. I've been married for 52 years, and I have a daughter in Round Rock and a son in Rockwall, and 4 grandsons, no grandgirls at all. And I've been here in Lakeway since 2010. So I lived in Westlake and Lost Creek when I moved here in 1982.
My goodness.
Been here a while.
Well, that is great, Judd. And then just sort of thinking about the Rotary Club here, how did you originally get involved? You know, when was that? And then what made you decide to jump in and join the Rotary?
I joined Rotary in Hibbing, Minnesota. After I got out of the service, I was in the service for a couple of years as a flight surgeon, and went up to Hibbing, Minnesota because I couldn't find a place in Austin to come. And Hibbing, Minnesota is where my wife is from, and there was a clinic there. And one of the doctors invited me to Rotary in 1975. And so I went, and it was enjoyable, number one, because as a doc, you start at 7 o'clock in the morning and you're done at 6 o'clock, or you're on call, and you never get to talk to anybody other than patients, and you never find out what's happening in the world and what's happening in your community. And this was a small Rotary club, and we had little bits of fundraising. We didn't do much fundraising. We basically worked at the state fair, the county fair and we were the ticket takers. And so they paid us to do that. And that was how, and we would go and do some projects. We would give them the money to start up on it, and then they had to do the rest. And so that's how I got into it. And I was there for 7 years until I moved down here. Then I went and joined the Austin Downtown Club, because that was the only one I noticed in the yellow pages. They had yellow pages then, by the way. And I was there for a number of years until my office moved me down to Westlake area. Then I joined the Westlake Rotary. And then when I moved out here, I then joined Lake Travis, and that's why I've been here since.
My goodness. So you've had experience with a number of the Rotary clubs, and during those years, as you were in the different clubs, thinking back, is there a particular experience or situation that has been especially meaningful to you over those years being a Rotarian?
Yeah, and that's Polio Plus. You know, I was a young lad when we didn't have any immunizations for polio. And I had one friend die from polio and another friend who was paralyzed from the chest down. And he lived for 25 years after that. He had to sleep at night in an iron lung. So Polio Plus and all that just kept me going. And that was part of it. And the other part, again, was the fellowship that I could have, since I, worked in a clinic all day and all night sometimes. So,
well, that means so much, and really having that personal experience with seeing polio and then the impact of Polio Plus, it sounds just very, very meaningful. And Jen, I really appreciate your time today and joining us for this Member Minute, and I hope you have a good rest of the day. Thanks so much.
Thank you.